State your name for the record.
My name is Dane Marks.
This is 18-year-old Dane Fitzgerald Marks, sitting inside an interrogation room at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. This is the first of 2 interrogations we will be looking at today.
All right, Daniel, how did you first come in contact with Peppa?
The first time I came in contact, I was coming back from paintballing with my so-called friend Coral. And he just couldn't leave it there, could he? He took so much pepper that day.
We can see from his body movement and how he fidgets with his hands that he is very nervous recalling this event.
We finally made it back to my room though, Everything was going, as usual, just 2 friends hanging out. But then it was everywhere. Everywhere I checked, everywhere I looked, just a packet of pepper. They're probably still there.
That's troubling to hear. Where did Pepper come from?
Oh, pepper? Probably like Southeast Asia. That's just a guess though.
Pepper being cultivated did indeed originate from Southeast Asia, with its most important source being India, especially the Malabar coast, in what is now Kerala.
Do you know this word?
Capsicum.
Oh yeah, the scientific name for pepper. Everyone knows that.
Yeah. What's your favorite food to have Peppa on?
Oh,
Here again, the suspect is showing us that he's nervous by letting out a little chuckle, but what he does next is very smart.
my favorite food to have pepper on. Probably a nice cold bowl of chicken noodle soup.
He attempts to throw off the interrogating officer by telling them that he likes his chicken noodle soup cold, when that's something only a mentally unwell person would say.
I hear that's popular with the urban youth.
Here we see the officer use a technique very common in modern police work, being an asshole.
Tell us a little bit about the Peppa 9.
The Pepper 9. I haven't heard about one of those in years. Brilliant piece of technology. Load in some pepper in the top, just blow it out the other end of the straw.
Here, the subject provides the officer with an explanation of how a Pepper 9, a small device used to blow pepper out in a spread pattern, works. Previously, the operations of this device were only speculative.
How much Peppa would you say is in a packet?
Probably like 1/10 of a gram. Sounds about right to me.
There is indeed approximately 1/10 of a gram per pepper packet.
What do you know about sugar foods?
8 times IFDA winner. What a great guy.
How much Peppa you think is on the streets?
How much pepper's on the streets? Probably just, I guess here, just really throwing it out there, like 850,000 tons, like 1.7 million pounds, like 771 billion grams. Probably like 7.5 trillion packets.
Per what?
Per year.
How is Damion Tomassetti connected?
I'd prefer to not answer this question.
Okay.
Here, we see the first question the suspect flat out refuses to answer. The department still does not know what the name Damion Tomassetti means to the pepper industry.
What are signs of a Peppa user?
Signs of a pepper user. Well, first off, probably the pepper shaker.
A pepper shaker is an apparatus used to dispense pepper, while also shielding it from the air to prevent it from losing flavor and aroma.
They might even offer you a pepper packet every so often. I wouldn't know though.
I bet you wouldn't. Do you know about people claiming Peppa has other effects?
Oh yes. It's like some type of traditional medicine, you know, back in the day.
Pepper did see historical use not only as a spice but also as a traditional medicine.
How has
Capsicum.
impacted your life?
It was really great, you know, towards the beginning of it all. It just all went downhill real quickly.
Would you like to elaborate?
Whoa, buddy. Are you talking to my client without me present? Come on, buddy.
The suspect's lawyer shows up and ends the line of questioning. The suspect was released later that day. We will now be moving on to the second interrogation.
All right. Coral. That is your name, right?
That's correct.
This is 17-year-old Coral Lastname inside the interrogation room at 4 p.m. that same day.
How did you first come in contact with Peppa?
Let's see. I was at my friend's birthday party in freshman year, I believe. That would be 2007. And we went paintballing.
Here the suspect touches their face, often a sign of uneasiness.
No one's gonna see this, right?
Yeah, no, this is completely confidential.
And we went into a Subway, the sandwich shop, not the train thing. And I took just a lot of pepper packets from the condiment section and I hid them all around my friend's house, kind of as a practical joke of sorts.
Here, it becomes clear to the investigating officer that this subject is the person Danejamin mentioned in his investigation earlier that day.
Okay. Now, what is Peppa?
Peppa? If I had to say, it's a flowering vine cultivated for its fruit, the peppercorn.
Peppa, as it is referred to here, is a black pepper, a vine in the Piperaceae family.
What's your favorite food to have Peppa on?
I have like a real big family, you know, like lots of cousins, aunts, uncles, and like all we'll have like big family gatherings, and what we'll do is we'll get like 2 5-gallon jugs of sweet tea and like 100 hot dogs. Sorry, I'm a little nervous.
All right. How long would you say Peppa has been around?
I'd say, well, the first time I saw it in cooking was like 2000 BC, India.
Pepper was first used in cooking in 2000 BCE India. However, the suspect is caught in a lie here, as they were evidently not alive 4,000 years ago.
I had to say, but
Where do you think this Peppa is coming from?
he's not gonna see this, right?
No.
I heard the leading producer is Vietnam by about 200,000 tons.
Vietnam does lead the world in pepper production, but by 126,000 tons more than the second biggest producer in Brazil, not 200.
How is Damion Tomassetti connected?
I'm not gonna answer that, man.
You sure?
I'm sure.
What gives Peppa its kick?
I heard it's pepperin from the shell and the fruit.
You hear Ramses II died with peppercorns in his nostrils?
The pharaoh?
Yeah. Do you have anything to do with that?
I went to elementary school with him, man. He seemed like a good kid.
You say
Ramses the second?
Ramses II.
When told that Egyptian pharaoh Ramses II's mummy was found with peppercorn stuffed in his nostrils from the mummification process, the suspect enters a state of hysteria, covering the camera and attempting to exit the room.
Would you like a tissue?
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks.
When the suspect calmed down and returned to their seat, the officer offers them a tissue. This is a common tactic used by police investigators to try and get DNA from suspects.
How has Peppa impacted your life?
Man, I think when I was young, I thought it was just a spice to put on food. And I not even thought it was funny, man, but it is, man.
What happens next would shock everyone.
No. Do you know anything about the Peppa 9?
But not.
Peppa 9.
How do you know about that?
Heard it through the grapevine.
The suspect pulls a Peppa 9 from their pocket and sprays black pepper at the officer before forcefully exiting the room in which the interrogation was being held. The suspect bolted out and ran for miles through the corn. The Peppa Steppa was never seen again. After a second, the officer began to regain his footing and wipe his eyes. The officer was unharmed. When reached out for comment, the United States Secretary of Press sent $15 billion to Israel